for class 12th. Today we are going to start a new topic, and that topic is aldehyde ketone and carboxylic acid and its derivative. Aldehydes, ketone, carboxylic acid and its derivative. Carboxylic acid and its derivative. As far as aldehyde and ketone are known, they are collectively known as carbonyl compound. Aldehyde and ketone are collectively known as carbonyl compounds because of carbonyl linkage in them. Carbonyl linkage means C double bond O, and these groups can be detected with the help of 2,4-DNP test or Bredder's reagent test. 2,4-DNP test or Bredder's reagent test. 2,4-DNP stands for 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. When alcoholic solution of both are heated in a water bath for 5 to 10 minutes, then we will get the yellow colored precipitate of 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone as a product. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone as a product, and water is removed. For that, from 2,4-DNP we have to take H2, and from aldehyde we have to take O. In 2,4-DNP test or Bredder's reagent test, alcoholic solution of an aldehyde or ketone is heated with 2,4-DNP, then we will get the yellow precipitate of 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. After this, we have to discuss about the nomenclature of aldehyde and ketones. As far as the nomenclature of aldehyde are concerned, their common name will be parent acid minus ec acid plus aldehyde. For aldehydes, common name will be parent acid minus ec acid plus aldehyde. Ec acid plus aldehyde, and their IUPAC name will be alkanal. IUPAC name will be alkanal. For example, first one is HCHO. Its common name will be formaldehyde, and IUPAC name will be methanol. IUPAC name will be methanol. Second is CH3CHO. Common name is acetaldehyde. Common name is acetaldehyde. IUPAC name is ethanol. Next one is CH3CH2CHO. Common name will be propinaldehyde. Propinaldehyde. And IUPAC name will be propanol. Next one will be CH3, CH2, CH2CHO. Common name will be butyraldehyde. Butyraldehyde, and IUPAC name will be butanol. Next we can take the chain isomer of it. CH3, CH, CH3, CHO. Common name for this will be isobutyraldehyde. Isobutyraldehyde, and IUPAC name will be 2-methyl-propane-1-ol. 2-methyl-propane-1-ol. After this, we have to discuss few unsaturated compounds, and the first one is acryldehyde. For acryldehyde, the formula will be CH2 double bond CH CHO. So its IUPAC name will be, common name will be acryldehyde. Common name is acryldehyde. IUPAC name is 2 in 1 al. Next one is cartaldehyde CH3 CH double bond CH CHO. Common name is cartaldehyde and IUPAC name will be but 2 in 1 al. But 2 in 1 al. After this, we have to discuss about aromatic, and the first one will be benzaldehyde or benzene carbaldehyde. Benzaldehyde or benzene carbaldehyde. Next one will be hydroxy group at ortho position. Its common name will be salicylaldehyde. Salicylaldehyde. IUPAC name will be 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde, and the last case of acetaldehyde will be cinnamaldehyde. Benzene is having CH double bond CH CHO group over it. Common name is cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde. IUPAC name will be 3-phenyl pro 2 in 1 al. Pro 2 in 1 al. After this, we have to discuss about ketone. Basically, the ketone can be of two types. One are simple ketone and the second one are mixed ketone. For simple ketone, both the alkyl group will be same, and for mixed ketone, two alkyl group will be different. And for common name of simple ketone, they are named as dialkyl ketone, and their IUPAC name will be alkanone. While for mixed ketone, common name will be alkyl ketone, and IUPAC name alkanone. And the first case is the simplest one and the easiest one, that is CH3COCH3. Common name it can have two. The first one is acetone, and the second one will be dimethyl ketone. First one acetone, second one is dimethyl ketone, and IUPAC name will be propane 2-on. IUPAC name will be propane 2-on. Similarly, next one is CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Common name for this is ethyl methyl ketone. Common name is ethyl methyl ketone, and IUPAC name will be butane 2-on. Butane 2-on. Next one is CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. Common name will be methyl propyl ketone. Methyl propyl ketone. And IUPAC name will be pentane 2-on, and all these three will give the iodoform test. And the next one will be CH3, CH2, CO, CH2, CH3. Common name will be diethyl ketone, diethyl ketone, and IUPAC name will be pentane 3-on. Pentane 2-on and pentane 3-on can be distinguished by use of iodoform test. Next will be acetophenone. Benzene is having COCH3 group over it. It is named as acetophenone. And IUPAC name will be phenylethanone. Phenylethanone. And the last one will be benzophenone. Benzene is having CO C6H5 group over it. Common name is benzophenone. And IUPAC name is diphenylmethanone. Diphenylmethanone. This is all about the nomenclature of aldehyde and ketone. Now we have to discuss about the isomerism in aldehyde and ketone. Basically, they will show following type of isomerism. and the first one is chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. For aldehyde there must be 4 or more carbon atom, and for ketone there must be 5 or more carbon atom. For aldehyde 4 carbon atom will be there, then it can exist in 2 isomeric form. The first one is butanol and the second one will be 2-methyl propane 1-ol. 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Similarly for ketone, the first one will be pentane 2-on and the second one will be 3-methyl butane 2-on. 3-methyl butane 2-on. Next is position isomerism. So keep it in mind, aldehyde can never show position isomerism because it is a terminal functional group. Aldehyde can never show position isomerism because it is a terminal functional group. But ketones having 5 or more carbon atom can show position isomerism. For example, pentane 2-on and pentane 3-on are position isomer of each other. Pentane 2-on and pentane 3-on are position isomer of each other, and these two can be distinguished by use of hydroform tests. After this, next is the functional isomerism, very important one. Functional isomerism. So aldehyde, ketone, unsaturated ether and epoxy compound are functional isomer of each other. Aldehydes, ketones, unsaturated ether and epoxy compound are functional isomer of each other. For example, the molecule C3H6O can exist in 4 forms. The first one will be CH3CH2CHO, an aldehyde, propanol. Second one will be ketone, CH3COCH3, propane on, ketone. Third one will be unsaturated ether, CH2 double bond CHOCH3, methoxy ethane. And the last one will be epoxy compound, CH2CH, 1 oxygen has a cyclic ether, CH3. It will be 1,2-epoxy propane, 1,2-epoxy propane. So we can say that aldehydes, ketones, unsaturated ether and epoxy compound are functional isomer of each other. There was a objective question in exams. Question was that a compound having formula C3H6O cannot show 2,4-DNP test. A compound having formula C3H6O cannot show 2,4-DNP test as well as cannot react with sodium metal. Cannot react with sodium metal. Then what is the structural formula of this compound if it has a open chain structure? And your options might be CH3CH2CHO. Second option was CH3COCH3. Third option was CH2 double bond CHOCH3, and fourth option was all of these. Then our answer will be third one because it is unsaturated ether, so cannot show 2,4-DNP test, as well as it is not having alcoholic group in it, so cannot react with sodium metal also. With this, we have finished about the nomenclature and isomerism in aldehyde and ketone. Now we are going to discuss about the methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketone. These are very important methods. Methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketone. And the first method of preparation of aldehyde and ketone is from alcohol. First method by which we can prepare aldehyde and ketone, that is from alcohols. So here, alcohols can be changed into aldehyde and ketone by 2 methods. I already mentioned aldehyde ketone can be prepared from alcohol by 2 methods, and the first method is dehydrogenation. The first method will be dehydrogenation method, and the second method will be oxidation method. Dehydrogenation method, and the second one will be oxidation method. So for dehydrogenation, we have to pass alcohols through copper tube at 573 Kelvin. For dehydrogenation, we have to pass alcohols through copper tube at 573 Kelvin, and I have mentioned the primary alcohol on passing through copper tube at 573 Kelvin will give you aldehyde as a product, RCHO plus H2, and this reaction can be reversed in direction by reduction with lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride or sodium in presence of ethyl alcohol while the secondary alcohol on passing through copper tube at 573 Kelvin will give you ketone, will give ketone plus H2, and this reaction can be reversed in direction with lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride or sodium in presence of ethyl alcohol. And the last one will be tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol on passing through copper tube undergo dehydration to give alkene as a product. Primary alcohol will form aldehyde, secondary alcohol will ketone, and tertiary alcohol will form alkene. There might be question regarding conversions on basis of this topic. The first one will be convert ethyl alcohol into acetaldehyde. For that you have to pass ethyl alcohol through copper tube at 573 Kelvin. Next one might be convert acetaldehyde into ethyl alcohol. For that we have to do the reduction in presence of lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride or sodium in presence of ethyl alcohol. Similarly, next question might be convert isopropyl alcohol into acetone. For that pass it through copper tube at 573 Kelvin. While if we want to convert acetone into isopropyl, then do the reduction with lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride or sodium in ethyl alcohol. After this, next method we are going to discuss, that is the oxidation method. As in alcohol phenol chapter we have already discussed, the oxidation of alcohol with stronger oxidizing agent will form carboxylic acid. But if we want to keep it up to the aldehyde state, then we have to do oxidation with some weaker oxidizing agent. And for primary alcohol, those weaker oxidizing agent will be, the first one is Collins reagent. There might be objective question on this. What is Collins reagent? Collins reagent is CrO3 plus pyridine. Oxidation of primary alcohol with weaker oxidizing agent will form aldehyde, and the first one will be Collins reagent. Collins reagent is CrO3 plus pyridine. Second one is Jones reagent, and Jones reagent is K2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4 plus KOH, and the last one is PCC, very important one, pyridinium chromium chloride, PCC. It consists CrO3 plus pyridine plus HCl in a ratio 1:1. This mixture is known as PCC. Out of these, if any one is going to be used, then primary alcohol will form aldehyde. Any one of these oxidizing agent will oxidize primary alcohol up to aldehyde only. But if alkaline KMnO4 is going to be used, then we will get carboxylic acid. Next one is from secondary alcohol, and secondary alcohol can be changed into ketone by open air oxidation reaction. And the reverse of this reaction is very important one for objectives, that is Marvin-Pondorf-Verley reduction. Open air oxidation, and reverse of that is known as Marvin-Pondorf-Verley reduction. And for this reaction, when a secondary alcohol react with acetone in presence of aluminum tertiary butoxide, then we will get a higher ketone and isopropyl alcohol as a product. higher ketone and isopropyl alcohol as a product. Reaction is known as open-air oxidation, and when this reaction is reversed in direction, then it will be one Marvin-Konrad reduction. So this is all about how to convert any alcohol into aldehyde and ketone. Best method will be dehydrogenation. So go for the dehydrogenation. It will be give you the aldehyde and ketone in a better yield. But primary alcohol oxidation with PCC, Collins reagent and Jones reagent will also give aldehyde. After this, we are going to discuss the second method by which we can prepare aldehyde and ketone, and that method is from carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid can be changed into aldehyde and ketone by two methods. Carboxylic acid can be changed into aldehyde and ketone by two methods. The first method is thermal decomposition of their calcium salt. Thermal decomposition of their calcium salt. Thermal decomposition of their calcium salt. If calcium formate is decomposed, then we will get formaldehyde plus limestone. Calcium formate is decomposed, then we will get formaldehyde plus limestone. If any other acid salt is decomposed, then we will get ketone. Then we will get ketone as a product. And if mixture of these two, calcium carboxylate plus calcium formate is decomposed, then we will get an aldehyde other than formaldehyde. If calcium formate is decomposed, then the product form will be formaldehyde plus limestone. If calcium carboxylate is decomposed, then we will get ketone plus limestone. And if mixture of these two is thermally decomposed, then we will get aldehyde other than formaldehyde. For example, if calcium acetate is decomposed, then the product form will be acetone. And if calcium formate plus calcium acetate is decomposed, then product form will be acetaldehyde. And the second method by which we can change carboxylic acid into aldehydes and ketone is by passing vapors over MnO at 573 Kelvin. Passing vapors over MnO at 573 Kelvin. If formic acid vapors are passed, then product will be formaldehyde plus CO2 plus H2O. If any other acid vapors are passed over MnO at 573 Kelvin, then we will get ketone as a product, ketone plus CO2 plus H2O. And a mixture of these two are passed. Mixture of carboxylic acid and mixture of formic acid is passed over MnO at 573 Kelvin, then we will get an aldehyde other than formaldehyde plus CO2 plus H2O. So this is all about today's lecture. I think you have understand how to convert the alcohol and carboxylic acid into aldehyde and ketone. Tomorrow we will discuss about more methods of preparation. Till then, thank you. Stay connected. Stay healthy.